Senator, it's been said by a number of people here locally, especially elected officials, that it looks like SRS payments or something going by another name is just simply going to evaporate, which would mean that you weren't really doing part of your job. I don't think that you believe that's true. Tell us, what do you think is your prognosis for the next 4 or 5 years?
Who are you?
They're asking if you're...
My name is Dale Matthews.
Dale Matthews. Thank you, Dale. The Secure Rural Schools is payments that have been made to timber counties, where the timber counties were under new rules that affected their ability to harvest off these lands. And back in 2007, when I was Speaker, there was an expectation that these funds would disappear. And I led a bipartisan group of Oregon House members and Senate members around through many of the timber counties to hold a conversation about the impact this would have. It so happened that Senator Wyden led the efforts and got a 5-year extension at that point in time. And then that takes us forward to the time when I entered the Senate. And I heard other senators saying, well, wasn't it the case this was going, that 5-year extension wasn't going to be the last extension? And I said, well, as long as the regulations are in place, the funding should be in place. And we have found a way to renew this time after time, but it's not easy. And I'll tell you why. Oregon is disproportionately affected. There are few other states that have a significant stake in SRS. And so I held a sit-in of the Majority Leader's office. I invited Greg Walden to come over with his chief of staff and Senator Wyden with his chief of staff. And we won permission to put an amendment on the floor on a transportation bill. We won that vote, and so we were able to extend SRS. Senator Wyden proceeded to develop a strategy in the subsequent year with Senator Baucus to put SRS into a bill called the Helium Bill. So you can see we're looking for every possible way to hold the federal government accountable to this commitment. We do need to reconnect Secure Rural School authorization and funding with PILT, Payment in Lieu of Taxes. Very similar program, but it has a much wider set of states that are affected, and therefore a stronger alliance. These two programs got separated in December a year ago, and that hurts our lobbying efforts. We've got to reconnect them together. So I think I can speak for the entire Oregon delegation that we're going to keep fighting for the federal government to honor this obligation.
Prognosis?
I was asking the prognosis. Prognosis is going to be a very intense fight year after year.